Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us once again on this Discipline Therapy Thursday for the Discipline Therapy podcast with your two amazing hosts, Mr. E.L. Discipline, and with him always, Suhey Sotomayor. A little reminder um, if you guys like the show, if you like the content, hit the thumbs up. Um, if you like it, share it with friends and families, everybody that you know. And Mr. Discipline, I'll send it back to you.
We're also on the major listening platforms, whatever listening platform, podcast app of your choosing. Support the show, like the content. If you like the content, share, comment the video,
Put notifications on.
subscribe, all of that. So, ladies, this is man, I'm exhausted.
Long hours at work.
Yeah, man, I can't wait till I'm rich and I'll just wake up whenever I want. I think I'm
that's
still
coming
gonna work
soon.
though, because um
Well, you
these
can't be
these
still
jobs
anyway.
these jobs have like insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
think I could take advantage of that as
Definitely.
well. Work something part time, couple of days a week or something like that. You know, and then see what I could benefit from there. But it's like the grind won't be forever. So that's
That's
how I
true.
look at it.
That's true.
But even
We're
though
we're on a good path. We're on our trajectory is going well with what we're thinking.
even though I'm exhausted, I'm still gonna bring the heat.
Oh
But do your
boy.
thing, and then I'm gonna get intense.
All right. Just to clear the energy. All right, we're ready.
I'm about to transform.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been in. Oh,
Is this a
we
caller?
got a caller.
Hello.
Hello, dear.
How are you? Welcome to the Discipline Therapy podcast.
Thank you.
Do you want to state your name or do you want to remain anonymous?
I will remain anonymous.
Okay, so before you get into it, let me do my spill. You know what I'm saying? Um, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the highly anticipated show. Everybody's been DMing me. Oh my God, this is gonna be a really good show. You got a caller as well. So we know you're fiends, and what that means is we have a dose of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's free. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free. You want to do it?
And plenty of liberty.
You're tuning in.
I'm getting ready. We're close to 10.
Oh, okay.
Season 10.
So it's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or roll a blunt. But the main thing is make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and vulgar conversation to prepare your mind to be fed light, one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here. All right. So, you will remain anonymous, correct?
Yes, I'm going to be anonymous today.
Okay. So, we want to say that you have the right to invoke your Fifth Amendment if you do not want to disclose anything, if anything is too off limits. Today's topic is, go ahead,
It's
do your thing.
episode 63, Discipline versus Punishment, BDSM 106, Part 6.
Okay. So, as far as BDSM goes, do you know of the acronym, what it means?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you a sub or were you a sub?
Yes, I was at one point a sub.
Okay, so you're no longer you're no longer a sub or engaging in the life.
Right, not at this time.
Because I have to ask you both because they're both different. Some
Right.
people could no longer be subs but still engaging in BDSM. Whether it's just sexual, whether it's just outside of the bedroom, whether it's both, but they're not subs or they're not doms. And then
Right.
There are people who are doms or subs, but they don't engage in BDSM.
Right.
So neither or you're engaging.
I would consider myself a sub who's not engaging right now.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it's just like a part of my personality. It's something that I can't change about me.
When was the last time that you were active in the lifestyle, like with a
It's
dom?
it's been a few months, I would say.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So the topic today is discipline versus punishment. Do you know of do you
Can
know the difference between the two?
Yes, I feel I do. I feel I have an understanding of it. I think like discipline is more so about just having a better understanding of one another. For me, punishment is more like psychological or emotional.
okay. And
Okay.
have when you were with your dom or even before anybody that you have been with in active in this lifestyle, have you been disciplined or punished?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was it like?
Severe?
Thank you. I was gonna ask that too.
Uh, it depends on your interpretation of severe, but
Now, one sorry to cut you off. One thing you didn't mention about punishment was physical. You said it could
right.
be psychological or emotional, but it could also
For
be
me, it
phys.
feels that way because the physical punishment, I guess because I'm a masochist, I enjoy it. So I
Mm,
don't see that part as being punishment. I see that more so as being discipline.
Now,
oh,
you said that you're a masochist. Did you
Right.
intentionally like anger or piss off or do things that you weren't supposed to with your dominant to get punished? Like to get yeah, to get punished?
Uh, Sometimes it's to a certain extent because I don't like to push it.
Mhm.
I know that I could push it to a certain degree and then I'll stop from there. It's usually like if I'm like wanting attention or something like
Mm.
that.
so can you give examples?
Um, just little attitudes, withholding time and attention, uh, uh, intimacy, things like that.
Oh, so you kept wait a minute.
Yeah,
Physical
just
intimacy? So you would hold the pussy hostage.
I can manipulate that. I know how to manipulate that. But like I
Mm,
said, I try not to, because you don't want to play too much with that because then it could get to a point where you try to be controlling and a sub cannot be controlling, but that's my manipulative side, coming
Mm.
in because
Now,
I am a Scorpio as well.
now let me
makes
ask
that
you
makes sense.
let me ask you a question. When you did do that, did you get punished the way you were hoping to get punished, or did your dom like punish you in a whole different way that you're like not what I was expecting?
No, I didn't. I wanted more of the physical punishment. Like I mentioned before, I am a masochist,
Right.
so
Mm,
that's what I was hoping for. But I realized that you can't manipulate a dom. He's always
Mm.
in control. So when you think you have control, you become powerless.
a real
And then
a real
the
one.
punishment that I wanted, I didn't
You
get. It
didn't get
became
yeah.
more psychological and emotional, and
You're like
him
that sucks.
withholding time and attention and effort and
Mhm.
all of that. So it's a very careful situation, that you're treading when you're dealing with this,
Mm.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the lifestyle?
I would say a few years, like
Okay.
about three, 3 years, 3.5.
So you said 3 months ago you were engaging with the dom. Why did it end?
It was just it gotten to a point where there were certain things that made it impossible, and I don't want to get too much into that, but it wasn't by choice for
Okay.
either one of us. It was more so by necessity.
Mm,
Oh.
okay. All right.
Do you have any other questions, or can I keep going?
No, you could keep going.
Okay. Sorry. Um. So, being that you said that you were a masochist, also
hmm
does that when you vet your doms, do you like are you more interested in someone who is more of the what's the one that I got?
Sadist.
Thank you, the one that a sadist? Like, do you
I
prefer that or?
kinda yes,
Yeah.
I do, but I'm open. I haven't experienced many doms. It was only just the one.
Okay.
So he was uh somewhat of a sadist.
Okay.
So I think we fulfilled that need in each other.
I think every dom has a little bit of sadist tendencies,
Right, right.
whether it's like in the bedroom, whether it's psychological, whether it's emotional. You know, I think every
Mhm.
dom has it. Now, you consider yourself more sub than masochist or more masochist than sub?
I would say more sub than masochist, although I do enjoy, you know,
Are you sure about that?
mm,
We're quizzing
yes.
now.
Okay,
Yes,
here's
I am
here's
because
here's
I actually feel good, I enjoy being a sub. I enjoy catering. I enjoy
Mm.
serving my dom. So
okay.
that's a self-fulfillment thing. The masochist part of me is
It's
like
part-time?
it's not that it's part-time, like I enjoy it, but it just doesn't come as often, as I would want to. Uh, like I said, he is somewhat of a sadist, but it's not like all that, we practice.
Miss,
You know what I'm saying?
that's difficult to find
Mhm.
because that's difficult to find because I'm gonna tell you this. There's always gonna be something, whether it's a personality that you have, that dominates over other personalities.
Mhm.
Like me, for example, I have many male masculinities in me. However, I'm always the dominant. I have
Right.
sadist tendencies, so I could be a sadist in different environments. I'm a master. I'm a king. I'm a dominant. But everywhere I go, 24/7, I wake up, light switch on and off. I'm a dominant. You
Mhm.
see what I'm
Mm.
saying? So that's why I'm asking you, like, are you sure? Because if you're submissive and you like to cater and you like to please and you get gratification from that, but the masochist part of you is a necessity, like you need to feed that beast. Sometimes you may be submissive to the pain, and now you're
Right.
not a submissive. You more of a masochist. The moment
Mhm.
that masochist part is not being fulfilled, you no longer become submissive. I'm gonna give you an example. You ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, you got a point there.
Are you ready? Are you
Yeah.
ready? The lioness in the jungle is not submissive. This is a fact. She
Mhm.
allows the king to be king as long as it pleases her. The lioness in the jungle is a masochist in actuality.
Mhm.
But as long as she is getting fulfilled in whatever capacity and she's being provided for and whatnot, she allows him to be king. But the moment she is not receiving those things, she backs off on him. She yells at him. She tries to attack him until he could either back down or put her in her place.
Right.
Mm.
Well, for me, I'm never like that aggressive, when it comes to situations like this. Like I said, I can be
Passive
bratty and be
aggressive.
manipulative.
You're more
But
passive
yeah, I
aggressive.
won't be like physical and try to like attack him or like anything like that. I always maintain, a certain
Composure.
level of respect,
Mm.
you know?
Mm, okay.
But yeah, I do see what you mean, like as far as, being a masochist versus a submissive because when I don't get that, I do see changes in my personality, but I still honor, my promise,
Mhm.
my promises
Okay.
to who and what I am.
Okay.
Now the masochist part, is it just physical or verbal and or
Emotional.
emotional, like all of that, or
Um,
just physical?
for me, I enjoy the physicality of it,
Okay.
not the emotional. It becomes unbearable at times when it's like emotional or psychological.
Mm.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
hard
I could
to,
see how that would be.
kind of, so that's why I prefer the physical.
All female Scorpios are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're masochists.
It's because I am so emotional and so connected to my feelings that, psychologically, I can take the physical pain. It's the psychological pain
Mm,
that sticks with me and
because
hurts
you're
me more.
sensitive.
yeah.
Because you're
Right.
sensitive. See,
So,
that's the
like,
thing about. Sorry to cut you off. That's the thing also about female Scorpios. Like
mhm.
they're emotionally sensitive, but they have tough skin. That's why
Mm,
the physicality is like something that turns them on and they could deal with.
right.
Yeah, it's like a necessity, like you need it like a drug. If it goes too long without having it, you don't know what to do. You're not yourself.
Mm,
You get crazy,
mm.
you know?
When did you
Therapeutic, right?
Yeah, it
Uh,
is
w-
very.
when did you realize that you were a masochist?
Uh,
Like,
I
was it
would
early
say
on, like childhood, teenagers? Teenagers.
I always knew that I was into like some things that I couldn't really talk to a lot of people about,
Mm-hmm.
were more so considered taboo, and things like,
Yeah.
that other girls would be like, "Ew, yuck," I'm like,
Right.
"Ooh," you know?
She's
So,
like, that looks dangerous. I like
yeah,
it.
and I'm like, I'm intrigued. I'm like, "No, it's not dangerous. It's
she,
fun."
she just dropped her voice too. She made
Huh?
it sound very alluring. She was like, no, come this way to the bad side.
Oh, honey. Yeah,
Scorpios, yeah.
I can't put that voice on. That
Dark,
causes trouble.
dark is not um
Bad.
dark and mysterious is not
Oh,
like
no.
for Scorpios in general, like males and females, it's nothing to us.
It's not negative.
It's
Right,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Like
intriguing. I
me,
become
like
excited.
I've said prior, the only masochist in me is tattoos and the gym. Those
Mm.
are the only ways I'll abuse my body or allow somebody else. But you're not gonna see me be like, yeah, baby, tie me up and spank me. Oh, choke me. That's not gonna happen. I remember I was having sex with uh this was like a sub like years ago. She was a Scorpio and I was having sex with her and she tried to choke me when I was on top.
We're like, "Oh, hell
And
no.
I
Do you
had to
not know
pin
the
her.
rules?"
Yeah, I had to pin her hands. It was just a spur of the moment thing. She knew the rules, but sometimes when the oxytocin is dripping, you get in the moment.
Mhm.
Maybe she's used to doing that to other guys.
Mm.
But when she tried
Right.
it with me, I quickly pushed her hand and then I grabbed both of them and pinned her above her head and then continued
Mhm.
to penetrate. But like, I don't like that.
Mm.
You understand? You understand? So those are the only masochistic tendencies I have. But, like, I like
Mhm.
weird shit, like, I like horror movies. When I see fire, it actually like, it's enticing, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Whips and chains, like,
Right.
mysterious and dark, like, I gravitate towards it.
Right. Instead of being like, "Oh," you're
Like
like,
Ye
running from it.
"Ooh."
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This is
love
how you
it.
know, like, you're not vanilla, like,
Mm.
Mhm.
regular, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
All right.
alright.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just all this BDSM is more so about like your interpretations of, your experiences, and like you can't just kind of get into this just as something to do. It's a part of you.
It's a
It's a
Yeah.
part
lifestyle.
of your makeup. It's a part of your personality and your characteristics. You can't make yourself be a dom or a
Mm,
sub or a
Mm.
masochist or sadist because there was gentleman that I was seeing at a point, and he knew that I was into BDSM, and he tried to kind of take on those roles, and it didn't do anything but turn me off because
it's not in
I
him
felt like
Right.
he was trying to be
too
something
much.
he couldn't be,
Yeah.
and instead it had the adverse effect that I was turned off. Like he tried spitting in my mouth and I gagged. I was like,
Ooh.
no, 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 no. But it's just it's something that's a part of you and
Yeah,
you're either it or you're not.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's no way to flip it, dice it, or slice it.
agreed.
Mm.
All right. Thank you for
Thank you for calling in.
articulating and calling in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime I can be of help to other subs, I would like to, because it's kind of like for people like me that really don't have a large amount of experience. It is good to learn from others who are in the lifestyle, and you kind of get a better understanding of yourself when you hear stories. So I'm
I'm happy that you
definitely
brought that
happy.
up actually. Do you
Mm.
like have you reached out or have any other subs reached out to you or anything like that? Or do you is there um like a group or something where you can
Like a
talk
sub
to?
community? No, there's like some pages that I follow of subs, but I feel like they're not really serious about it. I don't take them seriously because of the way that they are. Most of them are like sexual subs. Like they just
Oh, so just like
like
a
the
bedroom sub.
roughness.
Yeah,
Some
Uh,
or
people,
internet subs.
right, they try to, because BDSM is becoming more like, people are becoming more open about it.
more
Mhm.
People
accepting
tend to think because they enjoy the roughness of sex that they could
is the
possibly
same.
be into BDSM,
Mm,
and it's 2 different things. Like, you might like to get your hair smacked and pulled, but you don't want nobody telling you what to do, or you don't
mm,
want nobody, running your life, or, giving you advice on financial choices or your future or anything like that.
Well,
There's just so much more to the relationship between, like, a dom and a sub.
mm,
So some people just want the physical parts of it. Like,
and
yeah,
that
it's
yeah, that's
exciting.
part time. It's still BDSM, but it's
Yeah.
just BDSM sex.
right.
It's
Right,
just
right,
role
It's like
play.
certain aspects they're taking from it.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
right.
that
So
could also go ahead.
if I'm sorry, if I was going to follow or learn from another sub, it would have to be from someone who is fully committed to the lifestyle.
Mm.
Otherwise, I wouldn't take them seriously or what
Mm.
they say
Do
or do.
do me a favor before you go.
Mhm.
There's subs probably listening to this right now. Let them know where they can meet DOMs or where you met your DOM.
See, we kinda just found each other. It just kinda happened, it was fate,
Mm,
but I don't know exactly how to meet doms. It's
okay.
very difficult, like, it's not something that you want to bring up in casual conversation, because if you do bring it
Ye
up to a potential suitor,
yeah.
they may see it more as, like, just being sexual, and they
Mm.
don't
Mm.
realize the emotional and
I'm so
psychological.
glad you said that. That's one of the reasons
Right.
why I always go out as Clark Kent. And I never
Mhm.
expose Superman. I
Mm.
could be meeting a woman at the bar, she won't notice about me until she has
Right.
earned stuff, and then we're about to get intimate, and she wants to like build something, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she's thinking long term. She's thinking maybe partner, I want you to be my man or something like that. Then I'll do it.
Can I ask you a
Mhm.
question? Being how
Yeah.
Discipline said that he doesn't, introduce Superman to these women until they've earned it. Would you think it's the same for a sub? Like you, like the next time
Yes.
you are meeting a man, you don't tell them about, until they earn it, until they earn
Right.
that knowledge? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
It's
mean,
more
I
dangerous
don't.
for you.
Yeah.
It's more dangerous for you
Right,
because
it is.
a lot of men out here,
Mhm.
It's like, oh,
they're not getting
challenge.
women like that.
Right.
So they might put on a match. Oh, she likes men in tights. I'm not really into that. Whole bunch of men come out in tights.
Mm.
Right.
That's why I always urge women, like, stop putting on social media how you like getting fucked, what you like, telling social media you're horny and shit.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
doing that, because there's men that are gonna study that, and now all of
Mm-hmm.
a sudden your DMs are gonna be like, "Hey, baby, I can do all that stuff you were saying.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm right here."
Yeah.
Like, you see them in the comments. "Hey, I'm right here." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
"Hey, I can do that. You like all these
Yeah.
freaky stuff. Hey, I'm right here." You see what I mean? A lot
So
of men
Yeah,
do that.
and they kinda go into it and they pursue you with, bad intentions,
right.
Yeah,
Or seeing it
it's
just
all
one way.
sexual.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Right. What I'm looking for is beyond sexual.
Mm,
I want a total complete understanding with someone,
that's what's up.
and it's all about trust and just
Yes.
being your true naked self.
Yeah,
If you can't be that way with your dom, then what's the point of having one?
you're right.
Mm.
You know?
You're right.
So
What's the
so
point of having one?
there are no forums that you go on or that you know of for
No, not that I know of.
mm,
Like I said, I try to find people who are serious about it. If I see any indications that it's, just bullshit, then I kind of, because I'm a person that likes to do my research. I like to be well informed about something before I take any steps. And
Mm,
mm,
I definitely did my research about this lifestyle compared it to my personality. I even took like
Personality
personality tests
test.
Mm-hmm.
to see if this was like indeed for me, and I know it is,
Mm.
but it's finding
Finding your fit.
your
Counterpart.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's
It isn't.
difficult. It's not like you can go out and say, "Hey, where are all the good doms?" Like all the best ones are already taken, you know?
You
Isn't
might
there
end up
one?
sharing one.
Isn't there a forum? I
Yeah,
know
I mean,
somebody
sharing
else.
is fine. What was
Vet
that?
life.
Fat life.
Fet
Yeah.
life.
Fat life.
I know. I That's the only one I've ever heard of. I've never been on it myself, but I've heard
Fed
of.
life, is
Yeah,
it?
Fet, right?
Fat
FET.
life. Yes.
Fet life.
Fed
Yeah.
life, like
F
federal?
F E T. F
Oh,
E T
FET.
life.
Mm-hmm.
Fed life. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I'll look into it. I would definitely like to connect with more subs and get their takes, on
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm.
views and everything.
Yeah.
It is always good to, have powwows with people who are into
The
things
same
that you
things.
are
Yeah,
also.
like-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Right.
definitely.
It's difficult for me to just talk to like one of my friends or a family member or someone close to me because they don't understand me.
Right. Yeah.
It's like I'm like talking to a wall, They won't get
Interesting.
that I enjoy, being whipped or like they think it's fucking strange. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
For a fact. For a fact.
Wow.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for calling
Absolutely.
in. So
Sure, no
appreciated.
problem. Enjoyed myself.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was
Let's
fun.
get
She had
into
good
this.
energy.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So, discipline versus punishment. And thank God you're here because we could only ask you. Now, I know you asked her if she knows the difference between discipline and punishment. And I know
Mhm.
obviously you do too, but what is your definition of discipline?
Teaching, holding her accountable, growth.
Okay.
Discipline is the catalyst to change. Um, it's like when you engage in, because I was letting her rock,
Mm-hmm.
but there's some people like, because she was saying, oh, you get into the life and oh, I'm gonna get the rough sex, but I don't want to be told what to do. That's the discipline aspect.
Mm.
Some couples just engage in BDSM sexually. There's no BD. There's no, and I said this, they need to go back to BDSM 101,
Mm-hmm.
season 1, episode 12, season 1 finale. I said there's BD, there's DS, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like I engage in
Like all types.
BDSM, but there's some couples out there that might engage in BD. That's bondage and discipline. Bondage could be the bedroom, could be, um, you know, um, like emotional bondage.
Mm-hmm. Financial.
She's tied to me, financial bondage, and then the discipline is you're following rules.
Mm. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So some people just engage in DS, which is dominance, submissive, or dominance submission, and it just might be it might not even be sex. It might be like you were saying, the money thing.
Mm-hmm.
It
The
might be
financial
financial
domination.
domination. It might be, I'm the authoritative figure, you're the subordinate. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
a job.
Mm-hmm.
Dominance and submission, that's a job. A
Okay.
boss, subordinate, mother, father,
Okay.
mother, father,
Mother
mother, kid,
child. I
child,
got you.
father, child.
Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And punishment?
Um, Punishment is like
It's
a
in the word.
sentence.
You punish
Yeah,
them.
for like I punish where it fits the crime.
Okay. Now,
You
which do
know,
you prefer?
discipline. I hate punishing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, why do you hate punishing?
Because like she was saying, a lot of women um
Oh,
I okay,
a masochist.
yes.
Ah.
In BDSM power dynamics, the one I did by myself,
Mm-hmm.
I said that every woman has masochistic tendencies, some
Okay.
more than others. Hers is probably extreme.
Okay.
Another one might be moderate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they might like that, especially the physical part. Oh, you're gonna bend me over your knees? Okay, let me
Mm.
keep doing bad things, but let me not let him know so I could keep getting this.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
you
plus,
wanna choke me?
and
Push me up against the wall? Oh, yeah, daddy. It makes your pennies wet.
you've
Like,
said before that a lot of women don't even know that that's what they are
yeah.
too.
So I'm
Yeah.
aware of this because I'm
Mm.
aware of female nature. Is what
Mm-hmm.
I try to teach a lot of young men to understand female nature. I'm aware of this. So being that I'm aware of this, I give the opposite. So like for punishment, for example, because I talked about this a lot. I will give more emotional and psychological versus the physical.
Mm.
Now, that doesn't mean that I won't physically punish her.
Okay.
I might grab her. She do something. She's for sub in training for the first time.
Okay.
I'm still learning her. I might grab her, put her over my knee, and hit her ass twice with my
Okay.
open palm.
Okay.
Twice. Hard. So she knows I mean business. Not in a sense of it's pleasurable.
Right.
You keep doing it enough, the endorphins kick in, it's
Mm.
numb, and it turns into pleasure.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And the pussy's right there. So it's like you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you it's throbbing now. You know what I'm saying? And she might be drenched. So I'm aware of all of these things. Like I'm a highly educated dom.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm aware of all these things. So I might do that to see how she reacts.
Mm.
If it like scares her and stuff like that, that's gonna let her know I mean business. She's not gonna want to do it again.
Gotcha.
That's positive.
Mm-hmm.
So now I love to administer discipline more than punishment. But
Okay.
if I punish, it's gonna fit the crime. In discipline's world, I had a scenario of her talking to the guy while he went to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. And you made her put her food in. You made her.
The tangerine.
Yes.
And
Well,
I made
the
her
book.
use her best dress. Hey, I got a grocery list.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that to do? Get gully shit. It was gully. It was to teach her
Not to speak to anybody.
yes, I'm the
Mhm.
first man you speak to when you get up and go to bed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you ever disciplined or punished anyone too much? Like gone overboard?
Yeah, one.
You did.
She was a masochist. I was I think I was like 3 years in.
With
I'm
her or 3
13
years into the life?
14 years now in this life.
Okay.
But 14 years in this life. This month makes 14 years. So like
So wait, just to clarify, this was when you were 3 years into the life or 3 years ago?
3 years into it.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So she was a masochist, but she was telling me she's submissive.
Okay.
And she was doing little things to try to get me to, like, it was playtime. So we're in bed and I'm reading and she's like putting her leg on me. She's like,
Okay.
"Oh, daddy, I want to play. I'm reading right now." So now she's being annoying to try to get that. So all of this stuff is like, I'm like, okay, this is what she's trying to do.
Mm.
So now she goes under the covers, she bites my thigh, and then like she tries, like I grab her hair, she bites my hand.
Hard? Or just like
Yeah.
playful? Oh, hard.
So now I'm like, okay, so I see what's going on. So I grab her by her hair, I pin her head on the mat, and I got my thick belt, and I spanked her red.
Wow.
Now I went overboard, but it was pleasurable for her. She used her safe word. That's how overboard I went.
Really?
She used her safe word, and I stopped, but she liked it.
Wow.
And it's like that was the last time
That happened to you. That you let it happen like that to you.
Not just that, we weren't together anymore.
Oh,
Because
really?
I was realizing that I'm more of a dominant than a sadist. I have this sadist in me, but it's not 24/7. You understand?
Got you.
This is a power thing for me. I'm always about power, staying in control. She got me to give her what she wanted. She's in control. A sub's never supposed to have control.
Right.
She's giving it to you.
Right. So that
So
day,
I didn't learn this till later. But the instinct,
that was my question.
The instinct let me know I didn't want to engage with her anymore. I didn't want her to be my sub anymore, but I didn't know why. Growing up, I realized, knowing myself more, knowing what type of dom I was, because there's different types.
You had it right.
I was like, okay, that's why that didn't work. She needs a 24/7 sadist.
So
and that's perfectly fine. We're not compatible because I can't be that for you 24/7.
So after that time, that was it. you broke it off that next day, or you still were with her, but the feelings were now like
I
going
was
away?
still with her, but it was
changing.
it wasn't just changing. There was more things that was coming after that.
Oh, so you were
That was a
seeing
pattern.
more. Got you.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was
Okay.
a pattern. Yep, yep. So the thing is, I love teaching more than anything. It's a high for me, and teaching is synonymous with discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So when I punish, okay, in my relationships, I love connection. When I punish you, I'm like not connecting.
You're disconnecting when you're punishing.
Yes.
Why is that, you think?
Because I hate it.
What kind of punishments do you do that you hate?
Punishment is required to incorporate proper behavior.
You hate all types of punishment, or just the spanking kind? Like, what other punishments is there that you give? I've heard, with
Locked
different
a
stories,
woman in a closet.
right? And you made somebody. Well, you told them to write an essay for something.
She
What
touched
else?
herself
Yes.
without my permission.
Right.
And she tries to use reverse psychology. It was your fault. You got me horny the night prior. That was a Scorpio female.
These Scorpio women, I know a couple of them too.
And she I was like, yo, punishment is coming. But and now I gotta think about your punishment. And I gotta make it good because I know what you like. I told her this. So I said, and I'll reiterate because I said this in episode 19. You Are Mine, I think. I'll reiterate. And I did say it in BDSM 102, episode 13, season 2 premiere. But I'll reiterate. I said that, you're gonna get punishment. Like, punishment is coming. So how did you masturbate? I want to get information. With my hand. Okay, so your hand can work. So we're gonna put your hands to work.
Oh my Lord.
Write me a 2,000 word essay. Like, manually, don't type it because you used your hand. So let's use your hand and say, I will not touch myself without my master discipline's permission. Like like 2,000 times. And then you send it to me. I read it over. I approve, and you good. No more punishment.
So
This is psychological punishment.
Something else? Because I get that. Oh, you use your hand. Okay. What if she used something else? Then what would you punish her for or with? Probably she can't use it.
This is what I did once to someone. I tied her her elbows to her knee.
Okay.
So her hands could be free. I gave her my first book and I told her to read chapter 10 when she's acting up. And read it until I say stop, while I had my wand on vibrate on her pussy.
You told this story as well.
And I said, if you stutter, if you do this, you start over, and you don't come until you ask me.
You are
and that was a woman that did the same thing without my permission, and she used something. So like I told you, I punish if it's the crime. I'm like, some doms, maybe they're new.
You're very clever.
Maybe they're new. Maybe they've been dealing with it for a long time. I like to switch things up. They might just be comfortable doing the way they want to do it constantly. Because a lot of men like to go with routine, then jumping out their comfort zone. Me, I'll do all different shit.
Right.
Because my main priority is to make you learn. And I'm gonna make punishment so severe you never want to do it again. Because remember, I want perfect subs, but I know that's a fairy tale.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have for perfect subs. Like, they're gonna act up once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the dominant comes in, where he needs to administer this stuff, because this is vital in that the life. It's important.
Right.
So for me, I'm gonna make it so severe that you never want to do it again because I want perfect subs. Now, when I think of these punishments, I make it fit the crime. Most doms, like I was saying, they'll get, oh, you did some slick, you said some slick shit, smart mouth, let me put you over my knee. You disrespected me in public, put you over my knee.
Right.
You're getting her used to that.
Right.
She's gonna like it. You're building a masochist.
Right. And plus,
One
she
woman,
already knows if he doesn't switch it up, she's gonna know. Oh well, he's just gonna spank me anyway.
yes,
Gotcha.
that's like your parents. You know, you every time you do something bad,
You know what's gonna come next.
yeah. But if you spank them and take away their toys, spank them and ground them, yo, I'm taking away your phone. I don't have kids yet,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying? It's more effective because the little marks will heal, but taking away the phone, she gonna know you.
Oh,
Yo, I ain't
Oh,
fucking with him
yeah.
no more. You know what I'm saying?
Not the phone.
So my thing is, this is what I've done. I'm gonna give some people some examples. Slick talk. I put a clothespin on her tongue
That is awful.
while she was tied up and kneeled in the corner facing the wall.
Oh my
You don't get
Lord.
up until I say so. You want to talk slick? Okay. Talk slick now. Another one, smart mouth. Smart mouth, I put a gag ball around her.
Interesting.
So I do little things to fit the crime.
I think for me would be like hot sauce on my tongue because I hate spicy.
I had now
I
this
hate
is
spicy.
now this. Oh, I'm glad you said that because I said this in BDSM 103, episode 16, season 2. They need to go back. I had
Go back,
I
people.
used to have a sub. She lived in like Ohio. She loved to suck her thumb,
Oh, you did say this one.
but she was a grown woman. She was like 27.
Mm.
I think at the time I'm 35 now. At the time I was like, I think 29
Okay.
or something, 30. She loved to suck her thumb. It's just something subconscious.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't like that. Stop doing that. And when we would FaceTime, she would do it subconsciously. So
Why didn't you like it?
I don't. It's a childish thing. I
Gotcha.
don't deal with children. I like to deal with adults.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna teach you to not want to do that.
Mm.
So now the next time you do that, I knew she didn't like hot sauce.
Poor
So I'm
woman.
like, you put
Poor
hot sauce
woman.
on the thing. Hey yo, every time, this is how I made her learn. Every time we FaceTime, I'm like, did you put hot sauce? Yes, daddy, I did. So before she had to do that.
Before she FaceTime with you.
Yes.
Ah,
One
that's
time she
smart.
forgot.
And-
She had to run to the bathroom.
No, I would have been.
Yes. So that's how she
hate
learned.
spicy.
That's how she learned. Because like I said, I love to teach.
Right.
And it's like, if you're not learning and growing,
And really, it's for the
Get-
betterment of her.
I think it's a bad habit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a bad habit. I think it's something you do because probably you're anxious.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a bad habit, I'm trying to help you get out of that.
Exactly. That's
So
what I
how
was
can I
saying.
help you get out of it? Using a negative situation, making it positive. The negative thing is she doesn't like the hot sauce. So we're gonna put hot sauce so we could kind of get this positive stuff. So I also give positive reinforcement. But like I said in a prior show prior, I don't like to validate too much. So positive reinforcement, you're like, good girl. You know, she's doing something. I was proud of you. I was pleased. I'm happy with what you're doing. The reevaluating her after like maybe a month. You know what I'm saying? Like I see long term, you're doing well. You're not the brat that I met coming in. Women, okay. Women are prone to adjust to men more than men will adjust to women.
Okay, I believe that.
That's a lot of women's love language. If I love you, I will change. It's not for a man. A man's always gonna do what he do. Well, why don't you change? You say you love me, you're lying. The love language is different. He loves you in different ways. Probably not changing for you. Probably gonna be the same way.
Okay.
But a woman is most likely, if she loves you, if she loves a man, because she's prone to give her all man that a man's gonna give her all. Mind, body, soul.
She adapts to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's gonna adapt to everything. Music, whatever, foods, language. So if
Not food.
a woman is what her man is.
Okay.
So if her man is strong, she gonna be strong.
Okay.
If her man is weak, she gonna be weak.
That's true.
So I'm gonna give you examples, and then we're gonna get into this real quick. Two strengths of people in this world, I believe: the strength to yield and the strength to lead.
Okay.
A submissive and a dominant are this. So if a dominant is strong, the sub's gonna be strong. She's giving herself to you. That's strength. This is the weakness. The beta male allows her to get away with everything. He's weak. He's a soft dom. He's soft.
Okay.
Doesn't hold her accountable. Posting whatever. I don't want to hear her mouth. Weak.
Okay.
She's weak. Now she goes into relationship. Men ain't shit. Strong, independent. That's weak. These are inhibitions, because the reality is, what women speaks like this. Women are prone to be nurturers.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Women are prone to, like, whenever I hear this, I'm like, somebody hurt her.
Yep.
Because this is
It's not
this is
natural for her.
Exactly. This is not how women speak. This is not how women think. This is not how women emotions are. It's a front. That's
because
weak.
somebody hurt her, right?
Because she has a weak person. So when
Or
you have a
had.
strong person or holding you accountable, you're gonna be strong. You're gonna build emotional intelligence. If I tell you you are self-centered, you need to change or whatever, or doing this or this stuff, you need to. You're not looking at it as, oh, he's being negative. You looking at it constructive criticism. You probably right. I'm gonna be better because I want to be better for me and you, because I want to continue serving you, and you don't like this.
Also, I feel like a lot of people, men and women, fall into this category. They don't like being held accountable for their own actions or for what they do.
Well, that comes with emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
That comes with having tough skin. So yeah.
All right. So your first bullet not the first one, but the next one. The less attention you give her, the irony is, the more she'll work for you. The more attention you give her, the less interested she is in you.
This morning.
That's very true.
This morning, this is why I put this. Now, a lot of people out there is not going to believe me, but I believe me, and that's all that counts.
I believe you.
You ever seen that movie, Sixth Sense?
Yes.
I see dead people.
Sixth Sense? I see dead people. That's the line that the kid said. Yeah.
That's me.
You see dead people?
Sometimes.
Oh, Lord. I would have a heart attack.
I hear them. So I woke up this morning without an alarm. How did I wake up? A woman's voice.
Really?
A woman's voice said, say this. It's just verbatim. And it was weird to me when I woke, because I was like, yo, who's there? That shit woke me up out of bed.
Wow.
It could have been my late grandmother. I don't know.
Probably.
But the woman said, say this. The less attention you give her, not the irony part. I added the irony. Okay. But it said, the woman said, the less attention you give her, the more she'll work for you. The more attention you give her, the less interested she is in you. And I'm looking up, like, grab my laptop, because my laptop is by my dresser. I started typing it in.
Isn't that interesting?
And I'm like, why I never thought about that?
Interesting.
And I'm going to give you examples.
Go ahead.
Women who think they have options, guys in their DMs, validating you on
a post.
On post. Women are not interested in these guys. This is the attention part. When you post a picture and that guy's like saying, I love you. Really? That's a stranger. You love her. You're gorgeous. Yeah, you see her from the back. I want to marry you. This and that and all this other stuff that they're telling you lies to whatever you want to hear.
Right.
Women are not gravitating towards these guys. These are the beta males that these women settle for, because these alpha males ain't in your DM.
That's true.
The ones who are the alpha males, who are that nice girl, that good looking girl, she walks into the street, breaking necks, maybe creating car crashes, because niggas is, their heads
breaking
are
their necks,
turned, breaking their necks. The alpha male passes her by. He's good looking. She looks at him and twice and says, why is he not looking at me? You ever saw that meme? I'll never chase a man, but if he's tatted and muscular, got a beard and maybe chocolate, I don't know, they keep switching it up. I might power walk.
Yes.
That's
funny.
She's gonna gravitate towards you the less attention you give her. Now, let me differentiate. There's women out there who are on their screen talking to themselves, listening to this, probably saying, but what if she wants the attention from her man?
Okay, so what do you tell them?
Same thing.
Okay.
Your man should not be giving you attention every 2 seconds. You're gonna slowly not like him. You're gonna slowly fall in love with the attention versus him. Because you're falling in love with the actual act.
Right.
You fall in love with that type of emotion. You might have a woman out there in a city near you who loves love. She don't love
That's all over
men.
the place. Yep.
She might love dick. She don't love men. Sex addict.
Mm.
There's all
That's
different
a
types
good-
of women out there.
That's true.
So for me, it's like I always go in my relationships telling women this stuff. Yo, don't expect attention from me 24/7. You're
Mm.
going to earn everything you get. If I do give it to you, appreciate it because it may not happen tomorrow.
Damn. Now, do you think that the less attention part that goes for both sexes or just for a woman?
Um,
'Cause I feel
it
goes for
goes
both.
both sexes,
Yeah.
but not me.
No, no, I know not you.
Not me because
think we all
because
know
like
not you.
a sub is of service. So
Right.
if she's worshiping me constantly, adoration, like I love that.
Right.
Another guy might say, "Damn, baby, you smothering
much.
me.
Yeah.
Damn, you too much. You bring me my plate and all that. That's weird."
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Some men don't know how to appreciate submission. But me, I'm embracing it. I love it. Like somebody said to me, they asked me this question, and I'll let you get back to what you were saying.
Okay.
If she just does everything you want, isn't that boring? Don't you just need?
Oh, I asked you that one time on the
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah.
But people was DMing me.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't like, don't you just need some type of like
Pushback.
arguments and
Yeah.
pushback? Don't it make the relationship interesting? I'm like, yo, I don't like drama. I don't know what you're into,
Right.
but that doesn't work for me.
Right, right.
I try to
you like
avoid.
somebody who's obedient and does what you say.
Yeah, I try to avoid that as much as possible.
Mm.
When relationship coaches and stuff out there is probably saying arguments and stuff are healthy, no.
Mm.
Healthy debates,
Yeah, I
but
was about to
not
say healthy debates.
arguments.
Yeah, yeah, arguing.
Because
not good.
arguments can go left.
Yes.
She could start talking about your family now. That's
Mhm.
why your mama's a bitch.
Oh,
Yo, why you gotta bring my mom in this?
Yeah, then it goes crazy.
Just hypotheticals. No woman
Right, right.
ever would say that. Ever. My mother
Don't
is like
even try it.
the number one woman there. Like you gotta always be second. Even if
That's
she
so
dies, you're gonna
nice.
be second.
That's nice. That's how we
You
should
know what
be.
I'm saying?
People.
Like that's fighting words
That's
when
how
they
it should
talk
be.
about your
Yeah,
mama.
of course. Can't do no mama jokes here.
Mm-mm.
All right. If it's not in the rules, what does that mean? If it's not in rules, it accounts for me to administer discipline. If it's in the rules, it requires. Oh.
For example, let's say, because I'm gonna read my rules when we're done
Okay.
and my final thoughts. Let's say, let me think of something.
Half naked pictures on social media.
That's in the rules though.
Oh. And you don't punish for the same thing twice? Is it dismissal if it's the second time around? Let's say you punish her for she went out dressed not how you like her to dress, right?
Yeah, it's dismissal.
The off rip
Verbal warning.
is the first time.
Written the rules. I send them the rules. Verbal warning. So you're already getting 2 chances. You violate, punishment. Second, rap.
Wow.
Most jobs they be OD. Most jobs will give you like verbal, first written,
Yeah.
second written, third written, termination. You got 5 chances in a job.
Not even in baseball do you get 5 chances.
Come on, man. I like dealing with adults, not children. You know what I'm saying? Your brain is fully developed for you to know what's right or wrong. At this point, you're just playing games. At this point, you're on some feminist shit probably. He ain't gonna tell me what to do. It's equal. It's 50-50. He met me this way. I'm doing this. He's gonna have to deal with it.
Right.
No, you get another man to deal with that. And then get him to do what I was doing too.
Okay.
So me, I'm the type of person, let's talk about if it's not in the rules.
Yeah.
Let's say she goes to the doctor and the doctor says, you need to have more fruits in your diet. So now you need to incorporate this and drink more water. That's not in my rules.
Right.
I don't even have a fitness plan in my rules. But if I see that, whatever, then I'll incorporate that. Now, let's say you're not following the doctor's orders. And I'm like, yo, you should follow the doctor's orders.
The doctor says so. It's the doctor.
Now I'm going to train. That's discipline. But if it's the half naked pictures, that's in the rules already. You
Right.
violating. That's grounds for punishment.
So now let me ask you this. Being that it wasn't in the rules, this whole fitness thing or eating better, drinking more water, and you are now disciplining her or making her incorporate that into her life. Let's say she's like, I don't really like water and I'm not going to drink that. And she like blatantly says, no, I don't want water.
Seltzer,
But it's not, what I'm
flavored
trying to get
water,
at is
maybe.
that if she's going against what you're saying, you're going to introduce something else then? How about
Yeah,
seltzer?
yeah.
You're a good guy. You're a good
Listen.
guy.
It depends if it depends if she's long term. Cause I still cut heads faster than barbers do. If I see like this shit ain't going nowhere,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'll take that as grounds as dismissal. But if I see long term, she
Right.
could potentially be the mother of my children and stuff like that, then I'll be like, all right, I'm incorporating other things.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm
That's fair.
saying? So, like, as far as the half naked pictures, now countless times, you know how I feel about it because we had mad shows and I
Yeah.
always talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So the verbal warning is there. It's in the rules. She sees it. She could print it out, text, whatever. The moment she does it the first time, I'm gonna say take it down. She takes it down. She does it the second time, you deleting your social media. No question. She gives me back talk. Here's the threat. This is a good threat. It's the social media or me.
Wow.
And that's gonna make her correct herself. Because everything else is not working.
Right.
She could be an emotional masochist at this point. Everything else is not working. So now I'm gonna take me away. Because clearly you're showing me that you don't want to be in this relationship.
Right. Now let me ask you a question.
So I'm gonna
If it gets
eradicate.
to that point now for you, like if it gets to that point where you give her that verbal, take it down, she does it again, do your social, erase your social media. Third time now it's either the social media or me. When it gets to that point for you, and let's say she does pick you, over the social media, do you now almost like not a clean slate, but now do you take a step back and see what she does with that?
Yes.
Ah.
I watch her.
Aha, ladies,
Watch her.
write this down. I'm helping you out. I'm helping
Yeah.
you out over here.
Yeah.
So interesting, but it doesn't turn you off that it got to that point.
It does, but
Does that change for you? Is what I'm saying. Do you notice a change in yourself with like how it is with her?
Sue.
I know I can't help myself.
No, it's all right. But what you
Okay.
have to understand, what you don't understand, I'm gonna make you understand today. When it comes to this life, I believe I'm close to perfect.
Okay.
There's still things I'm learning and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I know everything or whatever, but I lived this for 14 years now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got some good experience on my
Yeah,
belt.
that's true.
I'm almost perfect. People coming into this life, whether they're vanilla or they lived it, they were subs prior, they never dealt with me. Grab another dom, it's not
Right, not the
discipline.
same, right?
So I already know if I'm willing to invest and long term, I'm gonna have to put in work. I can't be like I was when I first
Back in the
started,
day.
cutting heads faster than barbers do. I'm giving chances. These are the chances I give. Verbal warning, written. You violate punishment.
Gotcha.
Now it's like, why am I gonna keep punishing for the same thing? You clearly have a problem with attention. You're posting it on again and you know the consequences. Bye. Good luck with your future endeavors and have whatever type of day you want.
That's right.
You see what I mean?
Got you.
It shouldn't take that much time. It's
Right.
just sometimes women are just used to we're close to the final thoughts. It's just that
We're close.
sometimes women are just so used to beta
Yes.
their whole life.
Well, yeah, because there's no man, like we've stated so many times before, that's going to make a woman stick.
It's
with
not
her.
just that,
No,
Sue. Women always compare men to other men.
Yes.
My last, boom.
Not
Always.
all women.
All women. That's why they generalize more than men will generalize women. Dudes just move on. All men cheat. All men are dogs. You heard that before?
Yeah.
Who's notorious for that? What gender?
Females.
Okay, this is why I like asking questions. You know what I'm saying? If I want
Gotcha.
answers to my questions, this is why I like asking questions. So my thing is, like, they're used to weak men. They're used to beta males that don't do this stuff. They don't even know what an alpha male is. They don't even know what a dominant man is. They think the Christmas Grey guy.
Oh, I even forgot the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't even a dominant.
No, he wasn't. In one of the movies, he even said
He
it.
was a sadist. I did my research.
Yes, he was the same.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people don't know. That's why they associate that with BDSM.
Mhm.
It's not.
Which is weird because I didn't know the difference either when I watched, because I watched the movies. I've also read the books or whatever. Until doing the books, right? So before the podcast, and then I saw the movie again, and I was like, "Holy crap! He's not. This isn't. He's not a dominant." He says it in the movie. So interesting. It's so interesting.
Yeah. So women they're not used to these type of men. I said this in a show, I think the show that I did myself with Discipline Therapy Talk, that's only on audio.
Mm-hmm. You guys gotta tune into that one too.
I said women love predictability.
Mm-hmm.
They love men who are predictable. That's why the bad boys are, you know what I'm saying?
Bad
Great.
boys.
That's why the alpha males, they'll break the rules for the alpha males. They'll punish the beta males. The beta males, the nice guys, are unpredictable.
The nice guys are unpredictable?
Yeah. Because it's like, is he a patient wolf? Is he telling me things I want to hear to get pussy? Versus the guy that's just telling me, baby, listen, I don't got that much time. I travel a lot. I'm just here for the night. Let's fuck. That's all I want from you. I can respect that. Then you give her a choice.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the way
you see
to
what
go.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she might be into it.
Yep, you never know.
The other guy who's put on a mask and lying makes it feel weird because he's kind of like, I mean, it's been a couple of dates already. This guy's not making any moves. He's
that's true.
Next thing you know, 3 months down the line, that's your man now. He says you're his girl. 3 months down the line, now she find out he married.
Oh Lord.
She find out something. Right. She finds out.
Something's not right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like women gravitate towards the bad boys and stuff like that because they're predictable. And it's like this is the dominant men and the alpha males. They're predictable. They're coming in with yo, you're gonna please me. This is my standards. They don't have to guess shit. What are we? They don't have to guess about shit. The nice guys are unpredictable. Women hate unpredictable shit.
That's true.
So it's like with
like consistency.
With dominance though, with dominants who are in BDSM, they're unpredictable. So there's the bad boys, there's the alphas who are predictable. Then there's the dominants in the middle who are unpredictable. And then there's a nice guy. And then there's a nice guys who are unpredictable. The dominants that are in BDSM, the masters, they have all the bad boy and the alpha male traits.
Okay.
But they're good men. See, you might have a toxic bad boy. A dominant is not so much toxic. Let me rephrase, because we all have toxic tendencies. Right. But he's not as toxic as the bad boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where he might be, because remember in episode 5, I told you what I think a bad boy is. The bad boy. Right. The one who's always in trouble, the one who's playing you, you know what I mean, lying and stuff like that. But then there's the bad boy that doesn't take shit. Then there's the bad boy that's like puts his foot down. Then there's the bad boy that, yo, these are my rules and you're gonna get punished. You're gonna do this. You know, you see what I'm saying? Those are the dominants. The dominants hold that trait. So these dominants in the BDSM life, they're the most highest value of a man. They're the most highest status of a man. The highest, most divine masculine of a man. Women gravitate towards them more, but they don't know them. They don't know their qualities. They don't know what they have. This is why they went so crazy for 50 Shades of Grey. Because they think that's what a dominant is. Yes. He's not.
Yeah, that's true. Now, wait, let me ask you a question. You're saying that, is there any way that a man who's very, very alpha, very dominant, not because you're saying that a man that's like that in the BDSM, can a man be like that outside of the BDSM world, but maybe doesn't know that he should be in part of that lifestyle? Does that make sense the way I'm questioning it? Okay, good.
Yep.
Interesting. So they probably just don't even know they are this type of way, but they just,
it's part of knowing yourself.
That's so interesting.
And you know what? Those men, 90% of the time they settle. You know how they settle? They meet a woman that says, you're not gonna get love being this way. You're gonna have a hard time finding women. Or maybe a Latina told me, she was Dominican, she said, I have a problem with authority. These rules, you need a white girl because black and Latinas are not gonna do this.
They don't-
Wrong, miss. Most of my subs are foreign.
Mm,
So you get you just assuming.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They might say those things, shame men for being this way, and now you gotta go 50-50. This is what being a good guy is. You gotta be this way. You're not respecting women if you do this. This is narcissistic. This is This is egomaniac. You're a misogynist. Shaming them. Now these guys are like, damn, well, maybe they're right. Okay, they simp. They beta. They do things they don't want. They become whipped. And then now they get married. Now they have kids. You know what I'm saying? I could still get married and have kids and still live this life and be this. She'd just be a submissive wife. She graduated.
She graduated. Wait, do you think also that a man's family members make them feel wrong for being that way too?
Could be.
Yeah.
Because I come from a family of alphas. And the way I am outside, my dad accepts it.
Okay.
My mom accepts it. My late grandmother helped me be this way at
Okay.
8 years old and stuff. My late grandfather. All of them is just Haitian Dominican. But I'm a little bit more hardcore. Don't think you just like me because you
Right.
Haitian Dominican. You know what I'm saying? It's just I come from a family of royalty, a family of alphas. So it's like my mom always told me at 14, never allow a woman to control you. My dad always told me, make sure you always the head.
Right, but I'm saying, can it be the opposite? Like, let's say you're the way you are. There's a man that's the way you are, very alpha, very like that. And his mom or his sister's like, you can't be like that with women. You
Absolutely.
Can't. And then it takes it, he has to now bury it.
That helps.
So instead of coming out and being that alpha man that, it sets his rules and does like you, now they have to kind of suppress that because they're
Yeah, because even though I still come from this and I had this old education, I'm still the black sheep. Ain't no other family member have tattoos. They're mostly
Really? How
religious.
interesting.
Parents are reverends. But I don't go to church anymore.
You are a black sheep. No, I'm just
You understand what I'm saying? Like the things that I engage in, like they're not for it.
right.
I'm
They just like that
unvaccinated.
you're alpha. Right.
I'm unvaccinated. They all are.
Me too.
You understand
I
what I'm
got
saying? Like
fired.
there's things that I still do things that it's like I'm not taking no shit.
Right.
But as far as the dominant aspect, the way I was raised and stuff like that,
They like that.
they like that. But it also makes me comfortable. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Versus doing the other thing would make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Like if I was to simp, and if I was to be a beta male, it would make me so uncomfortable.
Right.
Baby,
But that's also
baby, where do
knowledge of self.
you want to go eat today? It would make me feel uncomfortable asking her that. Or like, let's say she's into hiking. I know I'm not into that. And she's gonna be like, you gotta prove your love to me.
By hiking?
Well, baby, I guess I don't love you. You're gonna go hiking by yourself. I'm gonna watch football. I'm not doing that to prove my love to you. My love language is different. Learn it. Or you could get out.
Oh, dang.
You see what I'm saying? This is how I am now. But a guy might simp, a guy might be beta and might be like, damn, she's right. I gotta prove my love. So let me go hiking.
No. That's awful.
This is bonding time. No, bonding time to me is come over here and watch WWE with me and football. You don't want to watch it? Cool. Go watch whatever you're watching.
Right.
See, me, I'm about controlling my relationships, not the other person. So if she watches reality shows, I'm not into reality shows. I'm not into drama shit. If she watches that stuff, those television shows or whatever, she could watch it. But the moment she starts bringing that fucking energy in my relationship, see where I get control of the relationship? Then I say, yo, where this shit coming from? Well, I saw this in this relationship. Guess what? You no longer watching that. You see how I control shit?
Gotcha.
You got rope until you fuck up.
You got rope?
Yeah, you got long rope.
Oh, until you hang yourself.
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
Thank you.
I was confused. I was like, what?
I don't know the saying. Sometimes I'll be trying to throw this shit to sound fucking cool. But
you sound cool.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got enough rope to hang yourself. Or I give you like a long leash. Until you start doing things, then I tighten it up. So I give you as much Freedom.
Mm.
Freedom. You see, I give you enough of that. Be on social media. You know what I'm saying? You an adult. I'm not gonna control that. The
Right.
moment I start seeing you acting funny on there, now I am.
That's when you change it.
You see what I'm saying? So take advantage of the freedom that I give you. Because the moment you think that you could take advantage of my kindness, listen, the lion in me is sleeping, not dead.
That's pretty scary.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted right now, but I'm still giving you energy.
You sure?
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very passionate about this. This shit, this
This is
lifestyle
your
is
life. Yeah.
my love language as well. So like I punish for misbehavior. Why? Because I like dealing with adults, not children. If she wants to act like a brat, I need to bring her back to reality and not just remind her that she's a grown woman and where she belongs, but that she's my woman as well. Therefore, punishment is needed. Your woman needs to fear you a little bit and respect you a lot. I don't care how people feel about that.
I've heard that a lot.
I don't care how they feel about it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But if you treat your woman like an equal, she will no longer submit to you. This is a fact. This is a fact because at this moment, she's attracted to you because you're a man. If you're doing things like her girlfriend, she's gonna treat you like a girlfriend. If you're approaching her for the first time, acting like you friends, taking her on dates and stuff like you never built that sexual tension. You never let her know, yo, I want to have sex with you. I want to build with you and stuff like she gonna put you in the friend zone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how do you dominate a woman into submission and keep her there?
By allowing her submission to thrive, by helping her submission to thrive, by teaching, by showing her that you're a dominant leader, your character. These are the things that women fall in love prior. Now, all women fall in love. Well, this is not maybe adequate love. It might be their love language, but it might not be adequate love.
Okay.
All women fall in love with men for different things. Might be money, might be the way he looks, might be the way he makes you feel, might be the way he's popular on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. He has other girls that gravitates on. She likes a man that's desirable. He shows her that he's smart. He could psychologically dominate me, the sapiosexual in me. He maybe he's muscular, physical, has tattoos. She will gravitate you and like you and fall in love with these things. But after that sex is done, after you dominate her and all of that, how you gonna get another nut? How you gonna get another time with her? How you gonna get the pussy consistently? Your character. You see it all the time. She gets it to the guy that with the one night stand, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Damn, you actually really dumb when you open your mouth." In her mind,
yes.
A lot of women are not bold to say that to a man. She might just smile. Damn, he's so cute, but he gotta keep his fucking mouth closed. Now she starts seeing things. Now she might be out. Oh, it's not gonna work out or whatever. Or she makes you wait for the pussy. True. Next time you want to have sex, she makes up an excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm working late or whatever. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, I got the kids. She makes up an excuse. What's gonna build that consistency is the character. So yeah, that made her submit the panties. But what's going to make her submit her mind, her heart, her soul? Your integrity, your character. Are you honest? Do you have a code as a man?
Do you keep your word?
You keep your word? The actions follow your words and vice versa.
That's 100%.
You know what I'm saying? What do you have other than that? Even if you're the man that's leading with your pockets, do you have other qualities? You're just leading with your pockets? That's cool. I'm going to take advantage of you.
That's
Everything
exactly
that we have is going to be transactional. Conversations, transactional. Sex, transactional. You want me to be the shoulder to cry on? Or vet, transactional. You want me to cook you something? Transactional. You need your massage? Transactional. A button sewed or your clothes ironed? Transactional. I don't care about the women you fucking. I'm talking to the men. Do you have one that you could call and be like, yo, I need my shoulders rubbed? And you don't have to give her money. It's pleasurable for her. Do you have one that can cook for you? Do you have one that's going to iron your clothes for free?
I hope so.
Or women. You know what I'm saying? You can have more than one. But do you have these type of women?
Right.
I don't care who you fucking.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is what's going to make her submission thrive. This is how you're going to dominate a woman into submission. Because I don't care about all that other stuff, money and stuff and big dick and what he could do. Yeah, these are all temporary things. But you got to understand, women fall in love with non-physical and non-sexual things.
That's true.
So that might be that thing that gets her there to drop her panties, but you don't know shit about her.
Right. It's
Because
not gonna
that's
get you
all
to
you're
keep her.
providing.
Right.
And she don't even respect you as a man. So the fact that she don't respect you as a man and you don't have no fucking standards, you don't even hold yourself accountable. Why am I gonna even let him lead me? He can't even lead his own life. He can't even control his emotions. He can't even control himself. Somebody getting out of character, antagonizing him. He don't know how to control himself.
Right.
He don't know how to control his emotions. He like a little bitch.
Right.
He reacts. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't react in an adequate way.
Right. He doesn't react the way he should, like a king would react.
Yeah.
Whatever, right.
So a woman's not gonna submit to guys like that. They
But
might
so-
have
and
sex with
I
them,
was about to say,
but that's not submission.
no. No,
Because
but
women
that's
take off their
kind of
clothes
even
every
worse, no?
women take off their clothes every day to guys they don't trust and respect.
Yeah, that's true.
Submission is an emotional and psychological thing. It is a spiritual thing. When a woman cooks for you, that's love.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Women don't just cook to just random niggas that they just, you
Off
see
the
what I'm
street,
saying?
do you want a sandwich? Come inside.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah.
She's inviting you in a private space, whether it's
That's
emotional.
like a sanctuary for some women.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when women are out there saying, well, I give you the pussy, I don't give it to other men. No, real men want more because they probably haven't articulated the way I've articulated, but they've thought of it.
Right.
Like I've always said, it turns me on more for what you can do outside of the bedroom than what you can do inside. Because I'm the one that's in control in there.
Right.
I'm not that type of guy that's lazy and I could turn a freak I could turn a regular girl, good girl into a freak.
Right.
So to me, it's like those things don't matter.
What matters is outside.
Yeah. So that's how you dominate her into submission. Now, for the feminists out there who want to challenge me, but they don't have guts to, they might
I'm giving you pushback.
They might say,
You like that, right?
they might say, well, not every woman wants to be dominated. Guess what?
They're liars.
They're liars.
You're liars.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because when I say dominant, I generalize. I do not specify.
Yeah.
If I said all women want to be dominated physically, you right.
Right.
If I said all women want to be dominated psychologically, you right. All women want to be dominated sexually, you right. All women want to be dominated financially, you right. All women will be dominated emotionally, you're right. But there's all different types of women out there. I mentioned in the first book, chapter 3, substandards. The psychological sub is synonymous with the sapiosexual. She might want you to challenge her mentally.
You're right.
So that might make her submit her mind.
Yeah.
Once she submits her mind, she's like, now he can have my body. But a guy that's showing money, a guy that's tattoos muscular, may not be enticing to her. Right. Yeah, you're visually enticing. Right. My women parts tingle, but that's not going to make me give you the pennies.
Right. It's not enough.
That's not going to make me want to cook for you, clean. That's not going to make me want to tell you my insecurities, doubts, things that other men don't know. You see?
Right.
You see? All different women submit for different things.
Definitely.
Emotional, whatever it is.
Because they're all different.
But if you're a man that can trigger all these components,
you're a jewel.
She will be 100%. She'll be 100% submissive.
I definitely agree with that. All right, so
sorry to cut you off. And even if she gives you pushback and she says something like, because she could be like high value in her job, maybe not a high value woman, but high value in her job. She makes a lot of money. Maybe she's an RN, a doctor. So she thinks, people don't treat me like this elsewhere. I'm just gonna walk away from him. She'll walk away from you. Then she'll stop being emotional. She'll reflect and say, he's a rarity. And she'll contact you, I miss you. She'll realize she can't replace you. She'll realize this guy got me to a brink of, I shared things with him I don't want any other man to know. It took me so long to open, and I'm a reserved person.
Yeah, that's
See,
true.
I'm
That's
aware
true.
of all these things as well.
Mm.
So this can also be a factor where now she's coming back, and that is like when she comes back, it's like that's that submission.
Now she comes back
Cause it's
corrected.
that bondage psychologically. It's that
Mm.
bondage emotionally. She loves you. She's emotionally bound by you now. It don't matter where she is in the world. Your hearts are bound together. That she could be on a date with another dude and she's trying to forget about you and shit like that. She's smiling at the guy because she don't want to be mean, but she's thinking about you. She
Mm.
goes into the store, maybe a hardware store. She needs something for the house. She sees rope. She's thinking about you. Music.
Like she gets a flashback or something.
Yes, music, a lyric. She's thinking about you. A
Mhm.
television show, movie, a scene. She's thinking about you.
We're up
Do
to the
you have
final
any
thought.
final thoughts for this?
I do not, because
Okay.
I don't ever discipline or punish except for my children, and they're too grown to do it. So I'm gonna leave this in your capable hands.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. These are my final thoughts.
Your voice just got deeper again.
Now, I've never articulated this on air. I think in BDSM 103, episode 16, season 2, I was brief with my rules, but I'll recite my rules, not my inside of the bedroom list and outside. Those are private for the ones or one I care about to engage in that lifestyle with or and in the bedroom. So y'all don't get that privilege.
Wait, me neither.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. So keep in mind, my inside and the bedroom lists are negotiable. I want to make that clear. I'll reiterate. My inside and outside of the bedroom list are negotiable. So for example, I give her a list of the things I don't like. I don't give a damn what she likes.
Okay.
I give her a list of the things I like inside and outside the bedroom. It could be following orders. It could be choosing your diet. It could be fitness plan. It could be clothing. It could be bedtime. It could be whatever. There's more. I'm just
Okay.
trying to remember from
Mhm.
memory. She'll say yes, no, maybe. Inside of the bedroom list. Could be nipple clamps. Could be choking. Could be spanking. Severe, mild, whatever. Nipple clamps. She might say yes, no, or maybe I want to try. She'll circle one or whatever.
That'll be a big no here.
And then I'll get it back and I'll evaluate it and I'll analyze it.
Okay.
Now, being that they're negotiable, if it's a real turn on for me, we're not throwing that out the window. We're working on it. Choking turns me on.
Right. What if it's
Choking
a
her
real
turns
turn
me
on for
on.
her though?
It's within consent.
Yes, please put that in
You,
there.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It turns me on. So if she says, "No, I've been abused," we're not throwing out the window. I'll
We'll work
try
on it.
slow,
Right.
gentle. We'll work on it until you get fully, so I could go full blown. But I'm not throwing out the window because I like that.
Okay.
Nipple clamps, I could do without that. You don't
Okay.
like that? Fine, we'll throw it out the window. You see how I'm negotiating?
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say? You gonna
No,
ask
you
something?
just answered my question.
My rules are non-negotiable.
Okay.
And I think it's good for men to have standards. Some women don't like it because they're not used to men having standards. Here we go. When in my presence, in private only, you will kneel before me. Remember, these are non-negotiables.
Okay.
Always be humble. You will say please and thank you. Non-negotiable. I like women who are appreciative. The correct response to most things are yes, daddy, king, poppy, master, only if she has that slave title and she's reached that level. If they don't know these terms, they need to go to BDSM 101.
Mhm.
A period is just a dot at the end of a sentence. It's irrelevant for us. Your mouth is not bleeding.
Sorry.
Never forget who you are and what you are to me. If that flew over people's heads, like she could say, "I'm on my period right now, no sex." No, your mouth is not
That's why I
bleeding. So
giggled.
I'm gonna get off. Okay. So never forget who you are, what you are to me, no matter where you are or who you're with. You are a reflection of me, especially behind my back. Misbehave, smart mouths, passive aggressiveness, you'll be held accountable for. Now, for some women, this stuff doesn't apply because they may not act like this, but rules are always set for people so people don't cross them. For example, you might meet a woman who's just well behaved. She probably had somebody like this before, but they didn't live a BDSM life. She's just well behaved, and you don't need to apply these rules. And that's great. I won't apply them, but they're still there just in case you cross them, just like a job. You might go to the job and say, "Come on, man, I've been a manager for 10 years.
I know what I'm doing."
Customer service is the same. I just need to know your operations." The boss is gonna be like, "Yeah, but there's policies here. If the attendance, if you're late, you gotta show a perfect example. There's this, you can't steal. You see what I'm saying? There's a policy here. So even though you say you're good, that's fine. But if you steal, like, there's rules.
Right.
If there was no rules, we would be in chaos. That's why there's cops. That's why there's lights. We stop at stop signs. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. I want to like make people understand, because a lot of people don't understand.
No, I agree. I think it's so important that we do these like this one, punishment and discipline. It's important for them to know the difference.
Admit your faults and apologize. Take accountability. A lot of women have a problem with that. Take accountability for your actions and bad behavior. This has a lot to do with ego. That's why.
Oh yes.
If that occurs, always ask before you touch yourself. If you tell me my body is yours, I'm gonna take that literal. Never assume anything but the fucking position. I will never leave hickeys where they can be seen, like neck, face, wrists, arms. Listen, I like my relationships to be private. Other people could do this. Hey, look how many bitches I got. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Look at my subs. Blah, this and that. Look what I did to her ass. She's posting it. No. I like it that a lot of people don't engage in this. Just like a lot of people don't have tattoos because of the pain.
Right.
You special. So if I invite the world into this, you're not special anymore.
Yeah.
It's a special relationship, so I like my shit private. It's not professional either. Whether you're a boss of your company or you're the subordinate, it's not professional.
No.
Your girlfriend, oh girl, where's the hickey? Now you start telling her, how I dominate you. That's a turn
You should keep
off.
it private.
I don't need your friends trying to get with me. Now your boss sees that and thinks you a little hoochie thing. No,
Yes,
it's inappropriate. Okay. It's distasteful. I like privacy. I don't like people to view you in an inappropriate light. I need to know about your day-to-day routines, work, and if you're going to the supermarket, leaving the house, who you're with, etc. This is relationship 101. I don't know why people have a problem with it. Some people think it's weird, but this is relationship 101. A lot of people just are not in relationships. They're in fuck ships and shit. They don't know how to be in relationships. This whole technology prone world and just text messages. People can't even have conversations anymore.
Yeah.
Social media,
Awful.
everything is just through a screen. To each their own. But I like it. Never be ashamed of getting too wet. That's the inevitability when you're with me, especially with my voice. Never be ashamed of telling me the truth, good or bad. Never withhold information. If I can't trust you, there's no more relationship. If I find out information, is going to be worse. She might as well just tell me. Never interrogate, emasculate, or feel that it's okay to disrespect me in any way. I don't disrespect you, so don't disrespect me. If you act up purposely, I will not spank you. You're going to enjoy that. These are my rules that I'm reading. I will provide you with discipline, and I will administer psychological or emotional punishment, not physical. I'm not here to punish you. I hate that shit. And if I do it, I will make sure it's severe so you never want to do it again. Be prepared to learn, because I love to teach. If you are unwilling to learn, don't even engage or remain where you are, or even remain here. If you go to a venue with your friends or family like a nightclub, it's mandatory that I see what you're wearing and you wait for my approval of the outfit. Include me in your decision making when you plan to do your hair and nails. I love that shit. That turns me on. I love to be with feminine women. So when you say, "Hey daddy, what color should I get?" Blue. What color should I get? Maroon. What color should I get? Red. Most men will be like, light bulb.
I don't know.
Yo, I love making decisions. So the moment you include me in that, yo, you getting a 2-second reply. This one is huge for me. Privacy is grand. What you and I do in private don't need to be public.
Mm.
Friends or family may know that you have a dominant, who I am, but not the details and how I dominate you and how we engage in our lifestyle. You are not here for these great benefits, and everything you receive, you will earn. So when I give you them, be appreciative. You're here for education, growth, stability, structure, love, change, protection, and to eradicate your walls and rebuild what the past and weak men have destroyed. You're here because you've never been with a real man in all your past relationships. That's why they failed.
Mm.
Those men were practiced. Now let me show you how I do this. Trust the process. Ask questions. Let me reiterate. Ask questions. Some doms will be like, yo, don't question me. Don't do this. Do what I move. No. I want genuine people here and for you to know your job. The more a woman is happy to be here, the better she's going to do at her job. So ask questions. Oh, why do you do this? Why do we do this? Why are we this? Why am I this? Ask questions. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I would be amazing in this relationship because all the questions I ask.
You have feminist tendencies. You wouldn't be great in this relationship.
Just saying.
One relationship but two people. Each strengthen each other. Now, the biggest misconception of this lifestyle is one party must be weak in order for it to be successful. That's false. That's a myth. Each strengthen each other. Remember I said prior, two strengths of people in this world, strength to yield and the strength to lead.
Mm-hmm.
This is BDSM. So jealousy and inhibition should remain outside before you enter discipline's world. Pun, pun, wink, wink, discipline's world.
I was going to say that too.
Being submissive is synonymous with strength, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. After all, a submissive has the choice and freedom to do as she pleases. And if she chooses to trust you and put her life in your hands, that becomes a beautiful thing. And in return, she is granted everything she desires. She is fulfilled.
Aw, that was nice.
Those are my rules. So, I believe that women will engage in this life because they see the graphic stuff, images or whatever it was. They've seen film. They hear dominant is an attractive name.
Yeah, they're
Because
curious.
it's like synonymous with control. It's synonymous with power. So when women hear that, oh, she's already tingling.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with submission. When a man hears submissive or something like that, he's already thinking sexual. He's already thinking, ooh, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for both genders, it's attractive, but knowing what you're getting yourself into, you know what I'm saying? The education aspect is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So I love to teach this life in the most adequate way because only 5% of people live this life like I live it. The 95%, hey baby, it's Valentine's Day. This is the girl speaking. Let me tie you up today. Let me do something. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Let's switch roles. You see, it's a part-time thing. It's she could be with that guy. He's a beta male outside, but he fucks her rough in bed, pulls her hair and stuff. They might engage in. I don't think that stuff is BDSM. Like crackheads.
That's like role playing for you, right?
Like, come on. I was doing that at 15. Hair pulling, choking, spanking. Come on. Do you do other stuff?
Right.
Like,
like what else? What else do you have in your
basic? That's basic stuff. You know, when a man or a woman's just like, oh, I like it rough. I'm like, oh, yawn.
Boring.
Like it's boring. You a regular
like
chick.
you like it rough.
You a regular chick. Like I could already tell what type of man you've been with.
Right.
Because women that like it rough, they don't say that. It's women that never experienced that. It's the same thing with the women with the memes. They post all day of these memes of how they want to get fucked. And it's like, baby, keep dreaming. You never gonna get that. And it might be a series of reasons why she never gonna get that. She might be a bitch. She might be somebody that don't like to listen. She might be a person that wants to get into 50-50 relationships. She might be just meet mouthy. She might just meet men who are just weak and just can never step into that role and fit those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Those shoes are too big.
Yeah,
You see,
definitely.
I wear a size 12, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
they just they just can't be it. The
Yeah.
caller said it.
Yeah.
I told him what I liked. It's weirded out because now he's trying to be that. It should be natural.
Right.
Natural is what turns a woman on.
Yes, 100%.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's scary when you start saying these things, and then now she's like, I'm gonna feel weird because you're not a master in this.
Yeah.
Women gonna trust you more when you know what you're doing. Do you know what
Exactly.
you're
That's what I
doing?
was gonna say.
Do you know what you're doing? Study first.
Right.
I don't even look at you like that. Like if she's been married to a beta male for like 20 years, and then all of a sudden she sees this, ain't no way she gonna want to like do. She's probably gonna be the dominant one. Let me
Yeah.
bring the whips into because she's not gonna trust him to
do it.
to be on the yielding end. She's not gonna trust it because she knows that's not in him.
Oh, she's not trusting him enough for her to be on the yielding end. Got you.
You don't
Yes.
choke me right.
Right.
You didn't grab my hair right.
Right.
A guy, she could be cooking, right? Here's a scenario. She could be cooking. I come from behind her, put my hand between her legs, the other hand around her throat,
From behind?
from behind.
Got you.
You
Yeah,
see the
I
other
have
one,
to
the other hand
see it in
behind
my-
her throat. And it's just the way I do it will
Mhm.
turn her on. Now she could be with a beta male and he tries to do the same thing and she slaps him. What the hell are you doing?
I'm
Like,
cooking over here.
I'm choking to death. Like he's just not doing it right.
Yeah.
She don't see that in him.
Didn't we have a caller that said that she said someone they didn't choke her right, and she was like, "No,
Yeah.
you need to stop that
Episode
right now."
37.
Yeah,
The
no, that's
submissive.
scary.
That has the part time. Yeah. She was anonymous, I believe.
I
That was a
knew.
2-part.
I knew this
Give it,
girl
what
that
is it when she's a relinquish control? Something
I
like
think
that?
it was that one. I
Yeah.
think so. I knew a girl who was very, very, very rough around the edges, right? But she always she wanted, she had said before, I want my man to, spank me on the ass or pull my hair. Well, don't you know? A couple of days later, her and her husband were having sex. He overheard what she said, and he pulled her hair and slapped her ass, and she turned around and blah, smacked him in the face. She's like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "You said that you wanted it."
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh yeah. Well, don't do it. I didn't like it."
You see?
Awful.
See, like when I lead with this from the gate, and I'm like, this is how I am. Remember, I don't tell women this in the beginning because
Right.
I already know that they're gonna fall in love with this.
Right.
Versus
It's like the
me.
man that when they find out the woman's into BDSM, he just automatically thinks, "Oh, she likes it extra rough now." Yeah.
Mhm.
So you get it the other way.
Yeah. Now it's opposite for men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Women gravitate towards it. Men feel inadequate.
Right.
Men will say, "Damn, she's a slut. Damn, she likes to be choked in bed. You
Or
you
maybe
like
just weird.
you like that weird kinky
Yeah.
shit, right? That's what he will say. You like that. He will shame you for it.
Yeah.
You like that weird kinky shit, huh? Maybe
Mhm.
you should have a little bit more respect for yourself.
Oh my
You
Lord.
live in this life. He
Right.
might shame you for it.
Maybe, yeah.
Women, ooh,
Yeah.
you see, because
They're
women don't like
I
to
want to
teach.
try that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now women will gravitate towards it because of that. And it's like, for me, I know that I could create crazies. I could create stalkers. I could create like you laugh, but I'm being
No,
real.
I believe it.
Yes, because imagine if Superman went out in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be creating all these things. So I hide it.
Right.
Now, if
Well,
I
you're
see after a couple
responsible.
of dates,
Mm-hmm.
things are going what it is. I'm building sexual, frustration with her. Now I'm gonna say, yo, I'm a dominant, and I don't have regular sex. There's things you need to know about me before we have sex. And if you want to like be in this life with me, because I don't have one night stands, it's not gonna be a dick appointment. You're not gonna use me for my manhood. You're not gonna you see what I'm
A
saying?
man with respect, ladies.
You're
right
not
here.
gonna use me. You're not gonna like just get this whenever you want and stuff like that. Like this is a reward and stuff. So I've told them that. So I'm just letting them know this is what it is. And then that's when I disclose that information.
I feel like that kind of works in two ways with you, because if you hold off on telling them that you're a dominant in this lifestyle, whilst you're holding off, you're creating this, you're getting to know them, they're getting to know you, you're creating a bond. You say that to them, I think that's good, just gonna be like, I think I hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
I've hit the
It's
jackpot.
but it's a psychological game as well. And
Yeah,
I
now
don't
they
want
have to get
and I
used
don't
to it
want to and
though.
I don't want to make that sound like manipulative or negative
No.
connotation, because this is a psychological game. I'm letting her fall in love with the man
First, right.
versus the dominant. That's what you have to get, because this is why it's all chess. If you let her fall in love with the dominant first, the moment that stuff is, you're not providing that,
Mm-hmm. She's gonna act up.
yes, and now she never respects the man and all of that.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now when she's I forgot what I was gonna say. When you're letting her fall in love with that,
With
uh,
the man.
when you're letting her fall in love with the dominant, oh, I remember. You're letting her fall in love with what you're providing. I never
Mm.
let women fall in love with what I'm providing. I will walk up to a girl in the club and I might tell her I'm broke,
Mm.
but I'll be in a suit. So look at me like, you in a nice ass suit. You sure you broke? You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
This is the game.
Right.
Because I let them fall in love. Like it's like remember when Hefe was challenge testing Dom
Mm-hmm.
in their still unfinished business?
What part?
He was testing his loyalty.
To the women?
Hefe was testing Dom.
Oh, okay, got
No,
you.
not to the women. It was a
Okay.
different scenario.
Okay, got
They
you.
need to get the book.
Got
They're
you.
still unfinished business. It's like that. Like I'm testing her off the bat
Mm.
to see what type of woman she is and character she has.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
always tell men, whatever you get her used to, she's gonna fall in love with. So if you're getting her
That
used to
makes sense.
attention constantly,
That's what
she
she's
gonna
gonna
love
want.
attention versus you.
Yep.
You see?
You're done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this week's episode of the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Peace.